Hey Scorpio, happy August. I'm recording this in Leo season, so happy Leo season. I hope that this video finds you as well as you can be whenever it does. Okay, so this is going to be a tarot reading for Scorpio energy. It could be Scorpio suns, moons, risings, anyone who is looking into Scorpio in their chart personally, exploring their water energy, or maybe if this has just come across your page somehow, it'll pique your interest. Please feel free to stay if you'd like. I'm your cosmic auntie, the interstellar storyteller, and I am doing things a little bit. I usually go in kind of order, starting with whoever's like birthday it is, but your visual, your energy that was presented to me as I was tuning the cards and getting ready for this month seems to be like connected to Virgos. It came in at the same time, so I'm going to do you before Libra because Libra also ties in. But so I'm just following how the energy is presenting to me, and let's get into it. So with Virgo, as I was shuffling the cards, I received an image of like a sword lifted up into the sky with kind of like cartoon zings on it, and then it went to you, Scorpio, which it was a sword going into a big bucket of water, and there was a ton of steam. Okay, and now I will share Libra's image too, so that if you're feeling called to go check out their video, because I'm going to do them on the same day, was Libra's visual was this sword hitting a tree, whacking at a tree, chopping down a tree, like really. So there's this feeling of preparing and sharpening and creating a weapon, and swords represent our mind. So I sense that this corner of the zodiac here, Virgo, you Scorpio, and Libra, because Libra kind of comes into the middle, has kind of a common. You're working together. All of the signs work together, but there's something about this month where, yeah, there's a continual image between the three of you. So I sense that there's a balancing happening between your emotions, your intuition, the water, and the air, which is your mind. So head and heart, balancing the head and heart, and becoming quite clear, focused on, sharpening the weapon itself, which is the mind, and going in and removing something quite rooted. It feels very internal, right? Scorpio, the bucket of water, you are such deep water. So that sword, after it's hot, is plunging in. So with Virgo, they inspired me to look into the process of forging a sword, and the process is like extracting metal and getting metal, extracting metal from different minerals and things like that, heating it up. So there's earth, fire, okay, heating it up, and then pouring it into a mold. Again, kind of fire, right? Mold, action, masculine energy. This is the shape, this is what's happening. And pouring that hot metal into the mold and folding. And as it hardens, there's banging into shape, and then the cooling. So like the heating, folding, banging, and cooling is how the sword is strengthened, right? This is how you get a strong, capable weapon. So this is the sense I'm getting. Let's see what the cards say, okay? Let's jump in. Always tune into your own intuition. Messages that resonate, you'll just know, okay? So don't make anything fit. Never make anything fit. because you know yourself best, okay? These readings are designed to come alongside you in your process, in your journey, and hopefully assist you in gaining greater clarity in what you're experiencing, okay? What's going on for Scorpio? August. Ooh, 8 of Wands. Ooh, I just got like definite like motion energy, a little bit of a shiver. The full moon coming up in Aquarius could bring in a lot of insight, a lot of clarity, swift changes, pivots, and it feels like it feels positive. Like it feels like there's like motion to something that you perhaps have been coming up against for some time, or processing or nurturing for some time, or anything like that. Maybe that some of you are traveling, some of you are going places, or you'll find yourself moving, or have moved. This is a card of changes and shifts and motion, creativity, insights, adventure, okay? 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Some of you may be, leaving relationships or having different relationship breakdowns of some sort. With the 8 of Wands, it's like there's kind of a had enough energy. What else is coming up here? We've got the 2 of Coins, the World, the 6 of Cups. Interesting. I feel like, maybe for a lot of you, or maybe some of you, I don't know, these are general, so this could be a message for one person or several. So leave a comment if this resonates with you. I love hearing from you, but the first sense with this energy is that there's a childhood, like there's something of your like heart, maybe something that you were interested in childhood, or at a younger time in your life, and it kind of was like always there, but maybe there's other things going on, right? There's lots going on, and for some of you are leaning deeper into that, allowing that to come into your life more, or taking more action towards that, folding that in like the sword, right? With the World, there's things coming to an end, and then there's things coming to start. So I sense that maybe some of you are really like, taking a step deeper into that like childhood dream or goal or creative endeavor, or maybe some of you are reaching out to childhood friends as well, letting go of certain kind of relationships in a way, or like, something, I don't know. There's a stepping into, there's a threshold here, Scorpio, that I'm sensing, and you're stepping in a direction that is very much stimulating your inner child and your pure like joy, your flow, your spark, right? Look at this cute. And look at the bubbles, being in wonderment and just peaceful wonderment. Like there's just so much that I'm sensing, like folding in your joy into your life more, and bringing things to a close that get in the way of that joy, get in the way of that craft, that feeling, that goal, that, I don't know. The 6 of Cups is a card of nostalgia. It is a card of, your inner child. It's often like your inner child giving you a gift in some way. The 2 of Coins is balancing and incorporating things and making room for new things. And I sense that these new things come from an interest from your past. And there's like, now there's this awareness of like just the opportunity and the openness to go in whatever direction you want to go. Okay, so some of you are really incorporating a new thing into your life that stems from an old thing that you've always been interested in, a hope, a dream. There's I mean, with the sword plunging into the water and like the steam, like the effects of that, the alchemy of that, right? It's like this idea steeped in your emotions, in your joy, in your feelings. So that Six of Cups, like really going back and down, and it was a jab into that water. So I sense there's something you're figuring out about your emotions. There's something that you're figuring out about your inner child. Your inner child may be taking you to some places in the past where you are getting some sort of gift in some way and bringing it up and incorporating it into your life. Really, really doing that. Okay, let's keep going and seeing what's coming up with Scorpio. Queen of Cups and the Five of Swords. The Queen of Cups is your energy, Scorpio. Five of Swords is battle. Again, water, swords. Going back to that visual again, the process of sharpening that sword needs to be steeped in, cooled off by the emotions, by the water, hardened, that shift in temperature, cooling off. So it's almost like there's something, right, that the feeling I'm getting is you're sharpening your sword. There's something kind of crunchy happening here with the Five of Swords. This is a card of battle. This is a card of conflict. And it is mental conflict, right? It is mental energy, cerebral energy, and we're talking about forging a sword here. So I sense you preparing in your weapon and sharpening your mind. Parlaying with your heart, cooling your mind off with your heart, and your heart is those things that you find flow. There's creative things that I sense you're incorporating into this weapon making, and that is like allowing rest and restoration and recharging as you, I guess, call back your energy, remember who you are, kind of thing. Bring in and like incorporate things that you never thought that you would be able to, that you like shoot away, that stimulate your like inner child, your joy, your curiosity, your creativity. And it's all like assisting in bringing you back to the understanding of who you are. The Queen of Cups knows how they feel. They're aware of their love. They're aware of their desires, their expressions. They have this flow to them, and it's you, Scorpio. You lend your energies to the cups of the tarot. So I sense that as you incorporate this like interest from the past, it's bringing in a lot of healing, and there's an energy of like remembering who you are. And whatever crunchy thing this is, this conflict, you're bringing a very strong sword to the battle, and are aware of your feelings, and have a lot of love even in this state of conflict. And the Page of Coins at the bottom of the deck, which is so cute. There's this budding energy coming, and then almost like a removal. It's like I sense it's battling within yourself, but also in your environment, fighting for this like right to do this thing that brings you joy, right? incorporating it more and more into your day to day and watching it grow. We had the two of Pentacles, and they're two buds. So I can see you're growing two, things here. And some of you, might have a side hustle starting, or a new hobby, practice, whatever it is. Okay, Scorpio, let's do some more. I'm also going to pull some oracle cards, or maybe one oracle. We'll see how many come out from the Lightworker Oracle. Okay, so we have the Fool. It's like that budding energy. I sense you really putting your effort into like a new endeavor that's really starting to sprout and grow, and it's something that like you maybe even never thought that you'd be able to do. And maybe it's a part of you, like for some of you, maybe it's a part of you that you've never let out to play as much, and now you're like opening that door more, and you're seeing this like growth, and it's bringing you to this like ledge of unknown, and it's exciting and exhilarating, and it's recalling energies that are yours, and there's this reconnection and recollection of who you are. And Scorpio, you are powerful. Okay, you're so powerful. When you take that sword and you have that sword, right, you are also ruled by Mars, the warrior. So a warrior is like a true warrior is aware of their emotional selves, their feminine energy, their feelings, their passions, their desires, their fears, their insecurities. They're aware of those things. They show up for those things, and as well as protect and take action and assert and fight and like take a stand and all these things, right? There's a balance. Okay, so the Fool, there's this new beginning, this process. I keep like being on the edge of a ledge, and whenever the Fool comes out, I get this like feeling of like being on something really high, and that like lurching feeling as you like look down, but like you are going to get caught because and there's going to be things that happen and take you and meet you because you are life experiencing itself, and you're here right now. Okay, so let's get into these other cards, because I sense, Scorpio, there's like a breaking out of things that are controlling you, limiting you. These could be things internally and externally. We have the Four of Coins. Like, look how uncomfortable these energies are, right? Like, I don't know if some of you have like someone or these interactions or these dynamics in your environment in which are really causing stress and kind of taking your focus away from developing your life the way that you want to, incorporating this new peace and creativity, whatever that looks like for you, into your life. These could also be things like imposter syndrome, getting in your own way with that kind of energy, like really finding a flow, because there's definitely something that's kind of growing in some way, and it feels really good. There's like this inner child kind of energy. It really feels like it harkens back to something that you were interested in or are interested in or have been, and it's been kind of like tucked away, and now you've opened that door, and now the door's wide open, and there's sprout growing from that pot, and there's this opportunity to take it into these new directions, and feeling like there's been this click into place, like this remembrance or this allowance of that facet of you, right? Like maybe some of you have creativity takes many forms. It's not just like, everything is artistic too. Everything takes creativity, but maybe those kind of things were put aside and you really kind of like, you know, Scorpio, you're very loyal and dedicated, and you know, you get the job done. You're persistent, you're committed. So maybe for some of you, there's like you're exploring into different facets of your soul, your energy, and being curious about yourself and your depth and your dynamics, and bringing that out more and creating from that place, moving through life with that place. And that's, anyway, it's just really great. And breaking out of this controlling like things, right? Like there's this restriction happening here, and I do sense it's very internal. Like you may have had to do things, maybe some of you have kids that have now grown up, and now there's this opportunity to explore new interests. Okay, maybe some of you are you know, maybe a bit younger, don't have kids and have finished school, or, you know, have got to a point in your life where you are, you know, have noticed that you want more. Like wherever you find yourself, you know, like in this energy, Scorpio, I sense that, yeah, you're diving into your head and your heart are communicating, and you're taking action on your ideas, and your ideas are stemmed from your soul, your desires, your curiosity, so interesting reading, very, very interesting reading, Scorpio. They've all been kind of jumpers. I hope this has been helpful in some way. I'm going to pull some oracle for sure. Oh, and we have the 10 of coins on the bottom of the deck here. Scorpio, you know, like you know that there's an element of like knowing that there's more, and you can achieve abundance through happy things as well as the dedicated things. Like you might have had to really dedicate yourself in a certain way and really hone into very specific and certain skills, and kind of felt like you needed to put away the rest, or maybe those, you know, creative elements were discouraged in you or something like that when you were younger. There is so much societal pressure to fit and do this one thing and be this and do that and do it the certain way. So there's a lot that I sense you're breaking out of right now, and cooling the mind off with juicy things of the heart and soul. And there's this growth that's happening with it, whatever it is. I sense that, you know, there's a way that people are interacting with it now, and the energy is flowing. Yeah, 2 of Cups. Oh, you're meeting people that vibe with you, resonate with you, that match what's in your cup and comfort you, see you, show up for you, validate you. Okay. And you do deserve that. So back, you know, going back to the 4 of coins and that 8 of swords is like, there's this element of like holding on, like you're not allowed to enjoy yourself, you know, like there's this thing you gotta do, and like you know, those vines all trapped up. It's like, so I sense like, yeah, you're freeing yourself of that. You're sharpening that tool. You're cutting through those vines, freeing yourself, releasing yourself, making more room, so that you can feel better. Okay, what else is coming up for Scorpio? Let's do a couple more shuffles. Scorpio. Ooh. Five of coins. The thing is like 7 of cups. Okay, maybe some of you too have had like a shift in your livelihood, and you're really feeling into what it is that you want to do now and next, and tapping into your, you know, emotional self, your heart, to really see what you're feeling called to do. There's an opportunity here, Scorpio. You know, this might be happening on many different levels. Some of you may be, experiencing a shift in your environment, you know, a loss in your livelihood or in some form or another, a job shift, move to a new community, new country, anything like that, that causes like, you know, just a shift in your environment and, you know, a strain on your finances in some way, and thinking about what you want to do and how you want to incorporate what's really valuable to you. And I really sense, Scorpio, that this is a time where you're actually thinking about what you want, like what you want to do, what feels good to you, and taking action on that. Some of you have taken action on that and you're seeing it grow in a way, and you're making more room for it in your life, and feeling your energy fill out more. I mean, we're constantly shedding and evolving, right, Scorpio? Transmuting. Again, we've got a full moon here. We started with the 8 of Wands with the full moon. So there may be some like clarity, insight, inspiration, movement on a project, a goal, anything like that. Okay, let's split it. Hermit. Keep reflecting on what's meaningful to you, being clear on what's happening, especially if you are in that crunchy energy and you're feeling like a battle, whether it be an internal battle or struggles in your environment or both. Keep taking the time to go within and access that inner light, tap into your heart, and focus your mind, right? Virgo, you and Libra are teaching us about how to make a proper weapon and learn how to use it using all of the elements, every single element on, you know, the earth, you know, metal, so earth, fire, water, and air all go into making this sword that we have in the world, that we utilize as a tool, right? So let's pick a light worker oracle here and see what's going on and close up this reading for this month, Scorpio. Okay, we've got power of the divine masculine, and I just heard that there's 2 for you. So let's see. Scorpio. Ascension, the Rainbow Bridge. Beautiful. Okay. The power of the divine masculine. An empowering energy seeks expression from within. It wishes to free you from confusion, paralysis, and stagnancy. It seeks to stir you into consciously chosen action, greater discipline, and focus. It's time to end the frustration of repeating old patterns. You are ready to break through into a new way of life. Feel inspired, be energized, and focus on your dreams and desires. Take steps to manifest them on the physical plane. Believe your success is inevitable. Scorpio, yes. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, cards. That's a beautiful way to wrap up this reading. Yeah, okay, let's do this one, 18, the Rainbow Bridge. You have been growing spiritually and your consciousness is expanding. It is transforming your experience of the material world from something you must control or conquer into a living expression of the radiant divine. Yes. As your appreciation and love for the material world becomes more unconditional, so too does the light that can flow into your aura, chakras, and physical body. As you psychically expand, you may need more rest, healing, and meditation than usual to integrate this increasing degree of light and the consciousness it awakens within you. Wow. Scorpio, what a beautiful way to summarize this energy. Thank you, energy. And I hope this was helpful, this was encouraging to you, and I love you very much, okay? And I'll see you next month. You're the best.